What's up everybody, my name is Smithers. Thank you for checking out this new channel, Curl Garden. I'm going to have DIY projects and technology tutorials and that sort of thing. This is actually a high level view of my project in action here. So you can see real-time stock data is transferred from ThinkOrSwim into Node.js. This is a project I developed called ThinkORTD, and that stands for ThinkOrSwim Real-Time Data. The premise of this project is that you can get free real-time stock data into a programming language like Node.js. The high-level overview is that Excel acts as a middleman between an application called ThinkOrSwim by TD Ameritrade and Node.js. So basically data is exported out of ThinkOrSwim into and imported into Excel, and then exported out of Excel and imported into Node.js. So ThinkOrSwim creates a new RTD server instance, and Microsoft Excel has an RTD client that connects to ThinkOrSwim. So the data is passed in real time from between those two. Once the RTD connection has been established, there's a Visual Basic for Application script that runs in the background and listens for changes to the Excel document. So if data in any cell in the spreadsheet changes, there's a function that fires and we capture that data and export it. So if a change is detected, that row is exported into a text file in a specific directory in a query string format. So let's pop over to ThinkOrSwim. This is basically where we set up the data that we want to export into Node.js. As you can see, I have on demand turned on. So if you go over to this little gear and click customize, this is where you want to set up your columns. So I'm just going to add a couple. I'm going to do %change and volume, and those show up here. And then we're going to go over to this actions menu, hover over export and click to Microsoft Excel. So basically a bunch of data is copied into your clipboard, and usually it's pasted directly into Excel, but in this case we're going to paste it into a separate CSV file. So now we're going to pop over into our ThinkORTD project directory, open up the CSV file. It's scanner.csv. Then we're going to copy and paste, or I should say highlight and paste and save. And there's a connection between the CSV file and the Excel file. So any changes that are made here to this file are also updated in Microsoft Excel. So open up your ThinkORTD Excel file, and you'll see the data is already coming in real time for each of our symbols. Now you're going to pop over to the Developer tab, click View Code, and this is where our Visual Basic for Applications script is running. So here in the Visual Basics for Applications script, we have this worksheet calculate subroutine, and this function is triggered by Excel anytime a cell's value has changed. So what I'm doing is I'm capturing the number of rows and the number of columns and looping through every row and every column to compare a row's current value against a row's baseline value. So if it appears that a row's value has changed, which happens right here, then we call this handler function. And this function basically just writes the formatted query string to a text file in a directory that we supply here. So if we pop over to that directory, we can look at an example of a query string of data for a given row that has changed. So this is for Amazon. So you have symbol, last bid, ask, change, and volume. So now we're going to pop back to the ThinkORTD project and take a quick look at the Node.js script. So I'm just adding a bunch of modules. I think these are all built-in: query string, fs, and URL. So basically we're using this fs watch method and we're pointing it at that data stream directory. So anytime a file changes in that directory, it gets caught here in this function. At this point we just read the contents of the file and then parse the query string into a JavaScript object, and then we pass that object into a change handler, and this just prints out that object for now. So if you go into a terminal and cd into your directory and just run node listen.js, and you'll see the objects printed out. So Facebook, for example, gold, BAC, so just the items that are in our list. So now we'll go back into ThinkOrSwim and make some changes so that we can see those reflected in the node script. So we'll remove those two items, click OK, go to the Actions menu, export to Microsoft Excel, open up our CSV file, and paste that in and save it. And like I said, there's a connection between the Excel file and the CSV file, and that is set up here using query tables. So go back into Excel, and in just a few moments you'll see these two columns will get removed. So those columns just got removed, and now we'll pop back over into our command prompt, run the script again. You'll see those two columns are missing and the data's pouring in like expected. So now we'll do a quick little bird's eye view of the whole project side by side. Thanks so much for watching and checking out my new channel, Curl Garden. I'm going to have a bunch of DIY projects and tutorials on here. Be sure to check out the description for the source code, which is available for sale. I also have some stock and investment referral links in the description for Robinhood, Webull, and Worthy. So check it out. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.